fine. So I think Kevin was just asking, so you saw Kevin at the conference, so whether you'd used any of sort of snippets of the stuff you'd done with Kevin in the workshop.
Well, even from the year before, I have done. So just like I just caught the end of what you were just saying, and I have this thing now with the younger children where I gently tap, you know, if they're all off their mats and I need them to get back to the mat, so I gently tap the floor just with a gentle beat, and I just start singing back, back, back to your mats, just with a really soft kind of voice, and they all start to join in with the tapping and they scamper off back to their spaces. So I do that one. And yes, the game you showed this year, Kevin, that was the Queen in her castle. Yes, I use that one a lot.
Oh,
yeah,
do you?
exactly. Yeah, so that goes down a storm. Love that. And yeah, so I'm not a great singer. I'm not very good at remembering rhymes and things. I'm always forgetting rhymes, but I do start singing things like flags in the bag, you know. They all kind of, let's all put the flags in the bag, and they start stuffing. Getting it has a much nicer effect on the children for sure. So yeah, I've definitely picked that up from you, and I tend to just make things up on the spot.
Yeah, I think making up's the just as valid. Like, it doesn't need to be that clever or that good. Like,
yeah,
it just singing it is much nicer than sort of saying it. And oh, hold on. Yeah, and just repetition. Yeah, and just say, yeah. I think what you're doing is absolutely perfect and brilliant, to just improvise in the moment and go, yeah, flags in the bag, and then all of a sudden a rhyme pops into your head and you do that, or it doesn't even need to rhyme. Yeah, just keep, yeah,
it's just remembering different tunes to mix it up a bit, and I'm not best at that at all, but yeah, try my best.
That's great.
But no, they do work.
I find that really lovely to hear that you're using it and that you're improvising, and yeah, that's just great.
Yeah, no, it really is good. And yeah, I'm using my voice a lot more with the children, as in different voices, making up silly voices all the time, and it all helps. It all helps to keep their attention. Are you talking about after school clubs specifically?
No, it's generally, whether you're interesting. Where do you use the Queen in the Castle? That
so I used it in a holiday club, actually, an Easter holiday club with the children, and I did do it as an end of before Easter end of term thing with some year 5s and 6s in a school just before the end of Easter.
Yeah.
Just very quickly, but yeah, and that was a group of 30, and that was fantastic. So yeah, I didn't do the same animals as you. I made the rhyme something else. Different characters.
Great. Yeah, I think
looking over the lake and the warrior. Oh yeah, I added warrior in. So there was a warrior in the forest. So we all did warrior pose in the tall trees, and
nice.
And the Queen wanted her dinner, and nice. Had her crown. Yeah,
that's great. Yeah, but I don't think there's anything particularly significant about the particular words or gestures I'm using. It's just the repetition, and then pulling them back into the game through the repetition.
Yeah. No, it's fantastic. Absolutely brilliant.
Nice.
Good.